We are the House Ramboja. It's always such a weird delay between the video and then talking. You gotta find a way to smooth that out better. So.
Yes, you do.
Alright. Come on now. Let's act like adults, shall we? This is JohnRamboPresents the show. My name is John, and I am joined by the brutal dictator of OJakitstan, OJ. He's here!
And you know who isn't? Any of my minions, because they're all in jail.
They're plowing the orange fields for you.
OJakitstanian jail is harsh, and pray that you never go.
Wow.
For by the time you escape, you'll think that Bane had an easy life.
Do you have many maidens bring you your juice, and you give them some of yours in return? Is that what happens? OJ, how's it going today, sir?
It's going all right.
Are you having a good day? Everything's fine?
I have an all right day. I'm on call for work, and we had a few minor crises already, but so far so good.
Are you ready to do the show?
Yeah.
You don't have to watch your TV or anything, right?
I don't have to watch my TV?
You don't have any TV to watch? Nothing like that?
No. I mean, worst case, I got to pop my laptop out and be really.
Do you know what I'm referencing? Do you know what I'm referencing? Do you know what I'm referencing?
TV.
I don't mean to do this, but I have to tell a story. All right? I don't mean to be a jerk. I just think it's funny. All right. So on Friday, John's like, "Oh no, what I get myself into?" I just think it's funny. We'll tell the story. Okay, is it okay?
On Friday, I don't even remember what the story
John doesn't remember it. So on Friday, I'm working on Sean's Man Hole Punch stuff, and I'm trying to do like color correction. I'm trying to get into like making the visuals look much improved. And
oh, come on!
It's a funny story. I think it's funny. Don't worry. It's not bad. So I'm getting into doing this, and I'm messing with it. And I get to the point where I think it looks good, but then I try it on like different monitors. I try it on my TV, or I play it on different things, and it looks completely different. So it's kind of a weird thing to figure out, like how to make it universally look good, you know. So I'm like, I'm gonna send OJ some clips because I know he has the day off, and we'll see what he has to say about this. So I call him. I was like, "Can I send you some videos?" There's 3 of them. They're about 8 minutes, like total, like 8 minutes. So I sent him the videos. One was without any visual effects. One was like 720p with effects. One was 1080p with effects.
Hey, 1080i at best.
1080. Okay, it was close to 1080p. So I'm trying to see what that looked like. So I'm trying to get a feel for what it was like. So I sent him the files. Then like 4 hours goes by, and I'm like, "What's going on here? Is he watching them, or what's going on?" So I call him back. And I go, "Hey, what's going on, Darren? Did you get the files?" He goes, "Yeah." I'm like, "Did you watch them?" So he goes, "Oh, did you want me to watch those this weekend?" It's like, I go, "It's about 8 minutes total. I mean,
well, I didn't know if you
have
wanted
a
me to watch
chance
them that day or sometime during the weekend at some point."
Okay, so like if you have a chance, I mean, maybe you could watch them about 8 minutes long. So then this man here, the man that I would take a bullet for. The man that I would give up a testicle for, not both, just one. I would give it up if he needed like a transplant or something. Or maybe he just wanted it. I would do it, right? I would just do that for him. He says to me, "Well, I don't know if I could get to it because I'm catching up on Game of Thrones and Bob's Burgers." That's what he says to me. So I go, "Okay, don't worry about it. Well, I'll figure it out myself."
And then I watched them, told you what I thought. And
well, then later in the night, probably like another like 4 or 5 hours later, he sends me like a two-line email. Not even a call, he just sends me an email, and he's like, "Yeah, it looks pretty good. One of them you can see a little bit more detail on Schnozman's mask." That was about all he says.
You know, John.
But then what happened was I was kind of like annoyed, but then I kind of thought about what was going on. And you were with your girlfriend that day, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I didn't realize that.
Oh.
So I was like, okay, he was with his girlfriend, and he was probably doing more than just watching TV and stuff. So I was probably interrupting, and I felt bad about it after. I felt like I was the jerk in the end.
You're not the jerk, but seriously, if you want me to do something quickly, I don't pick up on these
I would hope
things.
that you would like want to watch it. That you'd be like, "Oh, I can't wait to see this." Like I would think that like the show you're in, like you're actively in, would be more important to watch than like Bob's Burgers. But that's just me. I don't really. What do I know?
I didn't realize you were like waiting on my input. I thought like you wanted me to take a look at it at some point during the weekend and then send it back to you. I didn't realize it was like something.
Well, all is well. I mean, you were having a good time with the wife and everything. And I didn't realize that, so that's cool, you know. But I just thought it was kind of funny, like the way you answered it and stuff. And I think like at times you want to tell me something, but you don't. Like I think what you wanted to say on the phone was I'm with my girlfriend, so I can't do this now. But instead you go into this other mode where you're like, oh, I'm watching Bob's Burgers and then doing this and that. Instead of just saying what you actually want to say to me. Is that true?
Words.
All right. Well, that was kind of boring. We'll move on beyond this.
Oh boy.
Anyway, so I brought up Game of Thrones. Were you able to see the episode?
Yeah, I was.
So you saw all of season 2 now, and you saw?
Not all of season 2, but I saw, I think, the first half, the season finale from last season, and then the new episode. And I've read the book, so
Did you go to the party thing or whatever?
Yeah.
You did. What was going on? People dressed up in like stupid suits?
No one was dressed up, but so what ended up happening was people were bringing period food, like
what the hell?
Food.
It's not even. Is it really a period though?
Like medieval food, like there's.
But it's not even really. Is it really Earth though? It's not even.
Don't worry, folks. No spoilers. But no, it's a different planet. But basically, like George R. R. Martin spends 15 pages describing each and every meal in the book. And some people actually made a website, I think, called In at the Crossroads, and they have a cookbook of food based on the stuff he mentions in the books, or what food he's probably talking about in the book. So you can go through and figure out, oh man, this is what they were eating. I want to try what their food tastes like.
So people brought the food. What was the food? Disgusting things?
So some people made lamb. Some people made roast raisins and carrots.
A Tyrion Lannister made out of cottage cheese.
Oh,
and, did you have that?
There was.
Do people wear the outfits like the maidens wear?
No one wore outfits.
Did you wear that? Did you wear the loincloth?
No, I would have been more dressed.
I imagine you would be. I imagine you at the party being like Joffrey. You sat there and you were commanding people around and stuff. That's what I think you were doing.
No, I was trying to dry off after walking back after parking the car.
Oh.
Yeah. But so we also had the day before, my girlfriend and I went to the grocery store and we picked up all sorts of stuff. We made Irish moss chocolate pudding, which has algae in it, and it was weird because it came out like pudding you usually think is like it came out like a mixture of Jell-O and pudding with cocoa flavor without being sweet. And we also made.
So after you eat something like that, and then you go to the bathroom. What does it look like when it comes out? Is it pretty much the same thing? I imagine it'd be like exactly the same.
Okay, sorry. I just got reprimanded for accidentally saying we, and then despite the fact that I corrected myself and said she made.
Oh, you were lying. Okay, keep going.
It was a slip of the tongue, and I corrected myself in my next breath.
All right, come on, let's get going with this. We have a lot to cover today. We have all kinds of nonsensical things to talk about.
Yes. So, I've already forgotten your question.
I forget my question. You went to you brought the stuff. What else did you make?
Yeah, and she made this really awesome strawberry stuff with it was like soaked in mead and like boiled, like cooked and stuff. It was really good. But what was cool though was that the host of the party, in advance had figured out what house each person attending the party would be in, and ordered a glass for everyone who was coming to the party with their respective house on it.
What were you?
She forgot to order me a glass.
So you were
she didn't know I was coming.
You were like the beyond the wall, I guess, because you're not part of the kingdom.
Yeah, apparently I was a nothing wildling. So we got there and she's just like, and let me borrow a Lannister glass, so I felt kind of dirty. But it was good. Everyone had a really good time, and there's some really good bread. And the episode was pretty cool. We were burning ourselves tearing this bread apart.
Do people like the show? They weren't throwing the disgusting food you made at the screen or anything?
No.
In rage?
No, although there was also an official Omegang Brewery made a Game of Thrones beer. And
I heard about that. Yeah.
Too. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was pretty good.
That's just a cash-in type of thing.
Yeah, but Omegang is a respectable brewery up in Cooperstown.
So you like the episode? I don't want to spoil it or anything. I thought it was good.
No spoilers. But it was.
You can see you're setting it up for the long haul here. You're getting ready for the long season.
Yeah.
I was kind of messed up because I I watch it when it's on every week because I have HBO.
Yeah.
So the last time I saw it was the last time it was on, which was like last June, right?
Yeah.
So I'm watching it. I'm like I should have watched some of these before I started watching this again because I was like, who the hell's this? And
yeah, right.
what was going on with that guy? Wasn't he dead? What's he doing over there? You know. And so I was a little screwed up, but I kind of got it together as I was going. But it's insane because there's like 10 different storylines going on at the same time, pretty much.
In the books, yeah.
Well, in the show too.
There's still a lot of them. Yeah.
There was people in this episode that weren't even in the episode, like the little one, the little girl.
Arya?
She wasn't even in it. This one, right? A couple other people. There's just so many things going on that. That's how you do it, though, man. You know.
There is a book.
And they start intersecting, and then you go, "Oh wow, you know, look at this. What's going to happen?"
Yeah. But in one of the books, there are some characters that don't appear for an entire book.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of annoying.
And like book 4, you just don't hear from like half the characters, and it's just like.
So like,
there's an explanation at the beginning of the book saying, "Oh, by the way, books 4 and 5 were supposed to be one book, but it got too long. So here's all the stories starting at this point, and then when book 5 comes out, it'll be all the stories starting at the same time that the 4th book started."
Yeah, you know, we could have edited the books to 1, but you know, why not? You know, make 2 and make more money that way. Well, as long as the story's good, it's okay if the characters aren't there. But you know, we'll see how it goes. You know.
Yeah. It's good.
You've read every one of them. How many more are coming out?
There's been 5 books total, and I think there's supposed to be 7 at the end.
Oh wow!
But considering it's been infinitely, like, super long between books 4 and 5, which are supposed to be the same dang book, they're what? Like, I think it was 4 or 5 years between books. So he's got some. You got to write a little faster, or he's going to hold up the show.
That dude's an American?
I think so. George R. R. Martin?
I think so. Yeah, I thought he was British. I saw an interview, and he seemed like he was just the guy that lives down. He seemed like a guy that lives down the street from me. You know, like one of the old cranky guys down the street on the porch, throws garbage in the street.
If you want a crazy,
so I was like, oh, all right, whatever.
If you want to find out some other stuff, if you want a crazy author, you got to read some of the stuff that Patrick Rothfuss does. That guy's really cool.
What does he do?
He just seems like a dude I'd want to hang out with.
What does he write?
He writes another medieval fantasy series, but where the main character is a total jerk. He's talking about himself in the past and about how much of a jerk he was.
Yeah.
And he tells you the jerk things he does and then still surprises you when they happen somehow. It's really cool.
All right, fair enough. You want to have him on the show?
If Patrick Rothfuss, George R.
R.
Martin, Brandon Sanderson, any of these guys came on the show,
they would not.
I would love it. I would love it. And George R. R. Martin was born in New Jersey.
Oh wow, yeah. See, that's what I said. He's like an East Coast. He seemed like an East Coast dude. I thought he was like this, you know, like it was almost like a character in the show. You know, like he's in a castle somewhere in the UK and he's like writing on with like a feather or something. But no, it's just like some guy, you know. That's
oh my gosh, that would be awesome.
Oh well. As we go in here, we got a code to give away. This is from Mr. Kev Olsen. Sent me this on Twitter. It is a code for Gears of War. I believe the first game on the Xbox.
Really? That's a full game.
Well, you're not getting it, so I don't. You know.
Well, I have it.
Yeah. You have it?
Yeah, it was it was super on sale.
All right, so this is a code for the Xbox. I'm putting it into the chat. There you go, everybody. That's.
You want to say it out loud?
No, it's too long and annoying to do that. So. There you go. There's a little code for you. Wow. Try it on. So the baseball season opened up on Monday.
Yeah.
Opening day. And it's always kind of exciting. I like baseball quite a bit. What happens is my favorite team is the Mets.
Yeah. My second favorite team.
And I'm usually really into it for like the first maybe month, and then they slowly start to collapse, and then you just go, I can't watch this anymore. It's a waste of my time because they just start losing.
At least your team frees you. My team's just like they play really well, and then all of a sudden they just die, and they don't. Well,
that's what happens to the Mets too. They usually start
baseball.
well, and then they fall apart. Well, the Red Sox won multiple championships in the last 10 years.
Yeah, they won multiple championships in the last 10 years after having an 80-year drought.
Which you weren't alive for like 50 of the years. So don't worry. Come on. Boo-hoo.
Hey, your team kicked my team's butt in '86, all right?
That's true. Ball through the legs, all that.
Yeah, and those guys are like buddies now. They go to conventions and stuff together.
Yeah, well, that's what you're known for, so make some money off the deal.
Yeah.
But it was opening day, and it was kind of exciting. I was watching it, and the Mets won. The Red Sox beat the Yankees,
11-2 or something.
Yeah, it was a good time.
They blew out the Padres.
I was thinking about, like, if you're someone that doesn't know what any sport is, right? Like, you don't know what any sport is, and someone had to, like, describe it to you. Like, baseball is, like, has the coolest description of any sport, if you think about it. Because, like, basketball, what's the description? Well, these people have a ball, they throw it through a cylinder. Whoever does it the most times, they win, right? That's not... Right? Think about what baseball is, okay? A dude takes an object, he throws it at 100 miles per hour at another dude. That dude must bat it away with a giant stick. And if he hits it over a wall, then he gets to
go home.
He gets to go home.
What if he doesn't hit over a wall? Does he get to go home? No, he's out. My gosh, how do they keep getting people to play this horrifying sport?
I know it's a great description, but unfortunately, a lot of times, the games can be pretty slow, and it's just like, oh no, and especially when your team is no good and it becomes difficult. But I honestly, I really like the game a lot. I think it's a lot of it's like real team oriented. Like one guy could hit a home run every time he's at bat, but it doesn't necessarily mean his team's going to win if his pitcher sucks and there's other stuff that's not good on the team. So. Yeah. It's an interesting sport.
There's a really good bit from the late, great George Carlin about baseball and football.
Yes, tell me.
It's like, I can't do this justice. He's like, in football, the field general commands an army of players who must take the ball into the red zone to get into the end zone.
So he did the bit I just did, but a lot better, basically.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
And if they don't protect the quarterback, he'll get sacked. In baseball, you're trying to go home. Come on, everyone, let's go home.
So I guess I was doing like the anti-Carlin thing. I was saying the opposite.
Hey, it's different. It's different. Different viewpoints. Because baseball, you can describe it like you're just a wuss trying to go home, or you can describe it like with that ominous unknown, like you're out. What does out mean? I mean, are you dead? Are you fired? Do you need to get a new job? Right. Do you never get to go home again ever?
Yeah. I saw Carlin twice, actually. If you knew
Lucky.
That. When I was a kid, I liked baseball a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I must have been like 8th grade? No, maybe 7th grade. What age are you, like 12, 11? Something like that?
In what grade?
Like 7th grade.
7th grade, yeah. I think I was 6 in kindergarten.
All right, don't worry about it. You're like 11, let's say that.
13.
Okay. In 7th grade, you're not 13?
Really? In 8th grade, I was 14.
All right, maybe you are. I don't know, whatever. So it was like the summer, and like, a lot of times I got like bored in the summer, so.
Yeah, I was 13.
They're having this baseball camp at the public school.
Okay.
And I went to the Catholic school, which is like a small school, and but they're having this baseball camp. I like baseball. I'm going to do the camp, right? I'm going to go to the baseball camp.
Sure.
So you show up at the camp, and you think it's just going to be like a good time. It's the summer, people throwing the ball around, have a couple games here and there. But instead, what happens is it's like they act like they're the coaches think they're like professional managers, and the kids all think they're going to be in the major leagues. And they're like completely insane. The drilling and the stuff that went on. And on top of it, no one knew who I was. Because I was from the other school, right? So like for some reason, like at that age, kids are just like dicks to each other.
Oh yeah, it's just how
for like no reason. I remember just being there, like standing, like the first day, just like standing there, and like people saying stuff. Who the hell is this guy? And I remember when guys like, they're like, who's this? And the other guy's like, I don't know, I think he plays for the Yankees. And they start laughing and shit. So it was kind of weird. And then like they went, and then there's like it was just like, I think it was like maybe a week of it. But they're having games where the people are like killing each other, like the coaches are screaming at kids. They're sliding into the catcher, like freaking kicking the guy in the face,
Oh gosh, you mean like what was it? Was it Angels in the Outfield where the guy slid in with the cleats out to break the other guy's leg? So
they're doing all kinds of whatever they could do. People were getting hit with the ball, throwing the ball like you're at bat, throwing the ball right next to the guy. So he backs off the plate a little bit. They're freaking like 11, 12 years old. And it was kind of a crazy thing that I look back on. Like that was really stupid. And none of them were major leaguers now. No, they're not. They work at the gas station. They work at the mall. One of them may be an accountant or something like that. But it's kind of weird with sports sometimes. Like, I don't know. They try to make it super competitive and stuff. I think at that age, this was more about the fun, having a good time and stuff.
Yeah, like I played when I was younger than that, like in elementary school.
And then also, like after that, I was kind of turned off to the whole playing the game. And that's kind of a sad thing. I was like, I'm not playing baseball.
If you can't just hang out and play baseball.
I'm not fucking playing this with people acting like this, and then you kind of ruin the sport for some of the kids.
Yeah, like when I played baseball, it was elementary school, and I was so bad.
Did you like the game, though? You wanted to play?
I liked it. I wanted to play. I just couldn't play it very well. Like, they'd put me in the outfield, and I just kind of, not know where to throw the ball. And then the worst was when I was up at bat. I remember this one time they gave me like 21 strikes. I never got a hit. 21 strikes.
Well, even that's kind of mean, But here's the thing, like I think high school, that's where you probably take it seriously because you actually have a chance to maybe for someone to go to college like on a scholarship or something, or I think you can take it seriously in high school. But like before that, you got to chill out, man. I saw it all the time too. Like when I was the ice cream man. I'd go to a lot of these baseball games.
Yeah.
To sell ice cream at the baseball game. And kids like 9 years old, the guy's yelling at the kids, And all these managers are like, they're people that like, they wanted to be maybe a player, like a professional player, or they wanted to be like a pro coach, but they just, they were terrible, they failed at it. So now they got to take it out on other kids maybe. I don't really know what the situation is. But I mean, there's got to be a point where you just have a good time with the sport.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky, yeah. Apparently you didn't.
Because you're not going to find that everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I even have to wonder if you end up playing, like, in one of those, adult leagues, where by adult I mean, like, grown-up people, not adult as in naked. Although that might be interesting, too. One of those, like, grown-up people leagues. It's like funny because there's one near where I live where some of my friends would play soccer.
Yeah. What was that?
And what?
What'd you just throw?
I just found something on my desk and it was driving me nuts. Oh gosh, there's another one.
What is this? Throw it in my bed. Throw it in my bed.
There's a trash can right there.
Throw it in my bed.
No, but there's a soccer league and they have a no substitutions rule. If you sub someone out, they're out for the rest of the entire game, just like real hardcore soccer.
Yeah.
How does that make it fun? I can understand competition, but I don't think you're in the league to be like a diehard competitor or anything. You're in the league to have some fun, play soccer, and get some exercise and hang out with people. And like,
I think at times people just take things too seriously, and you see it every day.
Like,
throw it in the bed.
You're not even able to like just sit there and play. Like, what if somebody's not that great? They just want to play a little bit and then rest for like 5 minutes and come back in. No.
Yeah, it's very serious.
Awful. Yeah,
it's the
they're taking it too far.
It's the park championship with a bunch of people in their 30s playing. Very serious. It's really serious.
Yeah,
so
kind of put volleyball leagues too.
So we kind of put a more positive ending on the story. I think maybe 2 years later I was at the basketball at that point, so I went to the basketball camp at the same school.
Yeah.
And I did really well with that.
Yeah, I had fun.
But then
I did that too.
You went to a basketball camp?
Yeah, I was still terrible at basketball.
You went to your space camp. We talked about that.
Space Academy.
But I went to the basketball camp. I did really, really well in it. But then, like halfway through the week, I think it was a week again, I developed a ear infection. That was like it was like a swimmer's ear because I was going to the pool a lot, and it was like an inner ear infection. So I couldn't go like the last couple of days. But I was kind of felt redeemed in it. I didn't need to go. I felt redeemed. Like I went back and I did well, and there you go. Because I knew what to expect. I'm like, these guys are a bunch of dicks, so I'm gonna be a dick myself. And I kind of hogged the ball a lot, you know.
Aw.
I wish some video existed of this stuff.
I'm glad none exists of me. I played...
You know, I feel that way because I feel like your parts of your life are just gone.
They're still in here.
They're in your head, but you kind of don't remember them well. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I think now people are like always on film and stuff, which actually has a bad effect. Like if anything extreme is bad, you know.
Yeah.
But the fact that people now have like video of all kinds of things is cool in their older life.
Well, what you got to do is you gotta find the middle ground between living in the moment and enjoying what you're doing, and saving parts of it for later.
Yeah.
Excuse me. It's hard to find that.
When you go to like events, that's when you could screw up, because I did this before. Go to like a sporting event, a show, and you're filming the whole time, taking pictures, and then you're like, what the hell? I didn't even get to see the thing. I was just
like what? If you're at a baseball game or something?
Yeah, I went to like a wrestling show, and you know, I was like filming the whole time, and then I was like, what the hell? I didn't even get to really watch the way I wanted to.
To quote Matt and Kim, oh gosh, I'm gonna get this wrong, but no time for cameras. Let's use our eyes instead.
You got to kind of find, like you said, you find your balance. You're enjoying it, and you're not feeling like, I have to constantly film this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was an interesting conversation.
Yeah, we got to.
Is anyone still watching this?
An interesting place.
Is anyone still here?
Hello.
No one's left. Oh well, we'll get them back.
We still got 69 folks here, friend.
I played yesterday. I was kind of excited. I'm saying excited a lot today. I feel like I'm saying that a lot. I don't know why. But I was looking forward to this. Injustice. We've been talking about this game. And yesterday the demo came out. And I think someone said, I was reading all the things about when it was coming out. People said Tuesday for the PlayStation, Wednesday for the Xbox. But it was on the Xbox yesterday anyway. I don't know, Tuesday. It was there anyway. I was like, okay.
If you had gold.
Oh, that's what happened?
I don't know. My friend had silver. Like, we were going to play D&D. My friend had silver. And while we were waiting for D&D to start, for everyone to arrive, I figured, sweet, download the demo and give it a play. Womp, womp. Couldn't do it. It just wasn't there. Then I got home.
You did play it, or you played it at home?
I played it at home like for 15 minutes before I went to sleep last night. Like, I got home, I'm like, I'm effing exhausted. Superheroes. I read the latest Injustice comic while it downloaded and played for 15 minutes.
We're going to talk about comics in a minute, but let's talk about the game a little bit. One of the things, like the demo, let's talk about the demo itself. It's kind of annoying, like you can't change any of the options. You can't change the controls on the demo. Why? Like, is that going to somehow dissuade you from buying the game? Like, do not let them change the controls in this demo.
I want to figure out what the effing controls were.
It will ruin the game. Well, I looked it up afterwards.
Yeah, me too.
But I was like, what the hell? You can't map this to my stick? I'm trying to use my stick. And
I found them on the move list.
Yeah, they're all in there. The game itself a little different than I thought. It's not really like Mortal. It's kind of like Mortal Kombat, like the way it moves around and stuff like that. But like the control layout's very different. Like you block. There's no block button. You block by pushing back,
which is a big change for the NetherRealm folks.
Yeah, and the button scheme's like it's kind of like BlazBlue, like those games. You have like three attacks, and then you have a gimmick type thing. Yeah. So it's kind of interesting, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. I played through it a few times with all the different characters, and then you fight Doomsday. Like you beat Batman, Luthor, Wonder Woman. Yeah. And you fight Doomsday, but you can't beat Doomsday in the demo. No, that's not.
Yes, you can.
You could beat him.
Oh, not beat. I thought you said beat. I'm like,
you could fight him. Yeah.
Yeah.
John's like, I beat him. What are you talking about? I destroyed him. Yes, look at him. Yes. So I don't know. The demo's kind of annoying. Like they just don't want to give you certain things, but whatever. I mean, it's a demo, so it is what it is. I think it's gonna be a good game. I like how it feels and everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's smoother than most Mortal Kombat games, but it's not as smooth as Street Fighter.
No,
does that make sense?
Well, it's not. It's different.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean,
the thing
you can see it's got those. It's gonna have those stupid combos that all the games now have to have for people. I guess people don't like the game if it doesn't have these combos that go on for like 20 minutes and.
Yeah, those are really. I was never good at that, so I'm a little biased against.
I don't really like that. I think like. It's like the round itself is like a chess match.
Yeah.
In a fighting game, and then within each round, there's like several different chess matches going on. Like you jockey for damage and position and to get your stuff off. And I think the games are the best at when you do that more than a few times. When you have to try to win that chess match more than a few times. But like the games now, it's like they just you get like one time. It's like 60% combo from a dude that like sat in training mode for a week learning how to do these combos, which really aren't that hard to begin with. And that's the round,
Just because it's DC doesn't mean it has to be Marvel.
But it's interesting. It's interesting that the DC fighting game that's good. I mean, there's been a few.
Yeah.
There's the DC Mortal Kombat game I didn't really like, and then there was Justice League Task Force for the Genesis and Super Nintendo, which wasn't very good. So it's gonna be cool just to go through and learn all the stuff and see all the stuff it has, and I think it's got a lot of content.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes the character intros are a little awkward.
Yeah.
Like hilariously awkward. Like Wonder Woman's, like oh my gosh.
People are saying we should have a live Ramborsian tournament for Injustice. We could do it. I think I want to stream.
That'd be fun.
I think I want to do streams. I want to do streams of that and Marvel Heroes. So because I'm gonna be playing them anyway, so I might as well.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll set something up. As you were saying, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's funny because like Wonder Woman will come out, and she's like, "Athena, guide me," and like this two-dimensional Athena hands her her lasso. Meanwhile, like Batman's over there just standing like, "Are you done?"
You're like, what's going on here? Why is this happening?
She's the goddess of wisdom. I think you're missing some of that if you read the story. Thank you. Yeah. But no, I liked playing the game. It was a little awkward because one of the things that always tripped me up is like I like games where you have the button comment, like the stick motion plus button does a lot of your specials, right? That's the big thing. Like,
yeah, it's going on normals. Back A, light.
Yeah, like remembering all
forward, down, forward.
Because I remember what those are, So basically, I don't need to learn a new set of things. I just need to apply the proper ones.
Oh, you don't want to learn. That's what you're saying. You don't want to learn.
Well, the thing is, I can't remember for the life of me what forward and A's particular special punch is, or what backwards crouching light kick will do.
You have to learn.
I don't remember this very well. Like I can do it for character like Ryu. I remember. I just know, hold forward in this punch, and he does the one that hits people who are blocking low. You can do that weird kicky thing, but I can't remember that. I'm really bad at remembering a lot of these. So I'm looking at the move list, and there's like 20,000 moves that are all just arrow, button, arrow, button, arrow, button. I'm like, brain.
Yeah, if you want to know it, then you're gonna have to know it. That's just how it is.
Yeah,
but
we'll have to see.
It's gonna be a good time, I think.
Yeah, one of the things that makes me laugh so hard though.
Yeah.
Is they basically the Green Lantern is supposed to be Hal Jordan, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the game I'm talking about, in the story, in the game, and some of the constructs are Hal's constructs, with the
space
jet planes and bombs and stuff.
Yeah. And
his favorite's the boxing glove and the brick wall.
Mm-hmm.
But he looks so much like Kyle Rayner. I can't They took the art for him from a different Green Lantern and then just made it.
They tried to combine them all, so you don't really know. So they make both groups of people happy that want either one.
He's Kyle Rayner. It's freaking me out, man.
You're having some problems with the design, I see.
It's good. It's all good, but I was just like, because for half, I was just quickly a quick thing about the comics. For half the comics, I'm reading through, and they refer to him as Green Lantern until issue 12.
And they actually
in
say
issue
his name's
12,
Hal.
someone says Hal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, anyway, I think the game's gonna be good. I'm probably not gonna go crazy over it. I mean, I think those days of playing these things hardcore are behind me, thankfully. But it's gonna be good. I'm gonna play it a little bit. The dude I know, his name's Arturo Sanchez. He put out he was a play tester on the game. Yeah, I
skipped through that video a little bit.
He made a nice video yesterday of showing the tutorial basic stuff.
18 minutes. That's in depth, man.
He's a dude I've met several times over the years and stuff, and so there you go. Check that out.
You should watch this video.
Yeah, check it out if you'd like to check it out. So you brought up the Justice comics.
Yeah.
Let's talk about just the general digital comics in general.
Okay.
There's a lot of interesting stuff going on. They're now doing remember they're doing same day digital and the issue came out same day type of thing.
Not anymore?
Now they're doing digital first with some stuff.
What?
Yeah.
Do they just not like paper?
I think it's just the way things are going to go in the future. So I think they're just embracing it, So a lot of things are going digital first, and they're doing a lot of interesting comics are coming out. They're doing a Batman Beyond series right now, and that's digital first. Yeah, a lot of things that kind of died off, like on TV, are now becoming comics instead of like the other way around. Usually like the TV shows based on comics. Now the TV shows based on comics are becoming comics.
TV shows based on comics, based on TV shows, based on what?
Yeah, something like that. When that's coming out, I think this is gonna be awesome. I'm actually gonna read this. This is actually digital only. A lot of things are digital only, like Injustice. That's only digital,
except for the trade that's gonna come out.
Yeah, it's gonna be a collection later on.
It's coming with the special edition.
Yeah,
which I actually didn't order. I ordered the regular one, which is like a first for me.
You like those special editions?
I don't know. I'm a sucker.
You take all the stuff it comes with and throw it on the bed. Anyway.
Yeah, like I do with random things I find on my desk.
Things he finds on his desk, throws in the bed. So that's coming out. It's called Batman 66. It's a continuation of the Adam West Batman.
No!
And I saw some of the artwork, and it's tremendous. It looks just like the show.
Like with Cesar
Romero.
Cesar Romero? Oh,
the show is... I really like the show. I think for some people now, they look back at it like, what the hell, because they remember Batman is different, always dark and all this shit. But I like different interpretations of the characters. I like all the different flavors, man.
Okay.
I like them all. I'm not going to be like, it always should be like this. No, you could have that and have this also. It's not like you're taking one away. So they're making this Batman 66. I'm definitely going to check it out. And that show had some great actors in it. A lot of those guys were like stage people.
Oh, yeah.
Cesar Romero, a tremendous Joker. He's up there with
Penguin guy.
Burgess Meredith.
Yeah.
Who was in Rocky, as well. As Mickey.
Just amazing talent in there.
There's some great actors on that show.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
And the way they portrayed the characters, and then the Frank Gorsh, I think was the Riddler, and the way he laughed and everything, like they were like crazy the way they did this. The acting, they went all out on it. They were like living cartoons, basically.
Yeah, well, that's what they thought it was.
Yeah.
And it honest to goodness was a living cartoon. Come on.
It was a living cartoon.
Baff.
Yeah. It's pretty accurate. They should make a show. They should. Adam West is still alive. They should have him come back or do the show now.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like bring him in.
Old, that would be like. Better. Batman Beyond in the 60s universe.
Whoa.
So Adam West's all old as Batman.
Well, they're doing Justice League Beyond as well. But one thing I was thinking of, since they're doing this in comic form, this Batman 66, you could have other characters in their 60s form, like Scarecrow, people that were never in the show.
Yeah.
Ra's al Ghul as a 60s era character.
Oh my gosh, he's going to be crazy.
They had some weird characters in that show. Egghead, they made stuff, the Pharaoh, whatever.
Okay, how much you want to bet that the Scarecrow is going to be obsessed with the Wizard of Oz?
Maybe, something like that, who knows. Another cool thing about the digital comics, right? It's on Comixology. Pretty much does this for DC and Marvel. They pretty much run this whole thing. They have like a lock on the whole industry, pretty much. They're doing something where you could submit your own comic. And OJ is gone. He didn't like what I had to say. I'm going to have to get him back. Hold on a second. Goodbye, OJ. Should I just keep going without him? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
All right, you're back. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. Well, did we lose the stream, or are we still there?
We lost the stream for a few seconds, but it's coming back.
Okay. We'll just keep going. Anyway, as I was saying, on Comixology, what they're allowing you to do, you can make your own comic and upload it to the site for digital distribution.
What?
Yeah, just like all this stuff does, like iTunes and all this other stuff. Like if you want to do a podcast or something like that.
Yeah.
So if you want to make your own comic, you can put it on their site where a lot of people go to, and maybe someone will read it and stuff like that. So.
Wow.
That's definitely something I want to consider maybe doing in the future. If somebody out there draws comics and wants to do something with me, you can let me know about it. Send me an email or something, or a message or something like that. Maybe we'll work on a comic in the future. Because I like to write stuff. I can't draw. OJ can't draw. I'd have him do it.
Oh gosh, I could show you something incredibly embarrassing.
That you drew?
Yeah.
What is it?
I drew the cover for the 1 year of our literary magazine at school.
I remember that.
Yeah, it's actually right there.
All right, show it if you want to show it.
It's behind my guitar.
All right, show it if you want to show it. They're saying you're quiet now. Hold on. I can't see it.
Yeah, that's it. Dang it. I'm trying to get it to not to cover up the important bits, like the identifiable things.
Yeah.
There we go. There it is.
You drew this?
Yeah.
How did you get the nod to do this? Why did they let you do it?
How did they let me? Wait, how did they let me?
How did you win the position to do this?
No one else submitted anything, and they voted on mine.
I like it. Did you stop drawing after that?
Wait, there's a back. There's a back. Baby.
You drew that? That's not bad. That's better than I thought you could do. You want to draw my comic?
Thank you, but...
You want to draw my comic?
I don't know. I've been told it's pretty terrible.
Do you want to draw my comic?
Oh, dude, I would love to, but there is no way I have time.
I think I fixed your audio. They saying it's okay now?
Okay.
These issues are going to drive me crazy.
Thanks, folks. For
what happened over the last 2 weeks? We had some problems
folks.
with the stuff. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like,
I
don't know if it's this whole Twitch.tv thing causing
Maybe it
problems.
is. I don't really know. I don't know. I don't know.
I think that's it. It's this Twitch thing.
All right. Let's see. Where do I want to go with this now? I'll be going to Wrestlemania this weekend.
Yes.
Quite excited about it. It's kind of a weird thing to think about. Because I've been watching this stuff for so long.
Yeah.
And I actually went to WrestleMania 10 in the same area in New York, the New York area.
What number are they on now?
29. So it's kind of a crazy thing. I found some of the stuff I had back then. I have a jacket that was completely ruined because I had people sign it. But I still have the jacket. And I have a pin that I'm actually going to wear at this WrestleMania that I got back then. It says, I love the WWF.
Aww.
Because I love the WWF. I don't know if I love the WWE, but I do love the WWF. So I'm going to wear that and see if they'll let me. I don't know.
Nice.
So I just wanted to put out there I'm going to be going. I think maybe I'd like to maybe next week I'll talk a little bit about my experience there.
Please do. I would like to hear about your experiences there.
I don't know if I'm making any videos or anything. I'm not sure. I might bring the camera. I don't know. But we'll be talking about it. If anyone's going, and you see myself, Dark Side Phil is going. I should mention that. He's actually the guy that put it all together, which is awesome. So if anyone's going, you want to say hi, that'd be great to meet you and stuff, and I'll be mentioning that in the future. So it's gonna be a good weekend, I think.
I think so.
The only thing that's horrible is you got to drive into basically hell down there.
Where is it held again?
Well, Saturday we have to go into Midtown Manhattan, because we're going to 2 shows on Saturday.
Oh, what?
We're going to a wrestling show in the middle of the day, and then that night we're going to the Hall of Fame at Madison Square Garden.
Wow.
Then we got to drive back to Jersey, and then on Sunday we're going to 2 events, the Fan Fest at the iZod, and then that night at MetLife Stadium is WrestleMania. So,
are you going to kneel?
Why would I kneel?
Because you have to kneel before iZod.
Oh, please. One thing I want to bring up, though, it's going to be outside. WrestleMania's outside.
What?
It's outdoors.
Why?
That's just how it's in where the Giants play, the Jets.
Is it always that way?
It's always outdoors.
Wow.
So this time of year, it's pretty crazy right now. Like, it's a really strange month of April. Like, it looks like, you look out the window, it looks like it's about 90 degrees. Like, the sun is bright. and like some flowers are starting to pop up, and it's like it looks like it's about 90 degrees. When you go out there, it's like 20, 30.
Dude, you're gonna need my binoculars.
Binoculars?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna see you before then, so it's too late now.
Yeah.
What?
Which stinks, 'cause I'd love to steal.
What are you throwing on your bed?
I keep finding. I don't know. I just keep finding things, and I'm like, why is this here?
He's finding random objects and throwing them while live. If we are still live, I don't know.
Yeah, we're still live.
So it's gonna be kind of weird. I don't know. I'm gonna have to wear the long underwear that you found. Remember, you found them in your laundry.
Yeah, that was interesting.
So I'm gonna have to dress warmly. It's been such a weird month with the weather. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's supposed to get down to like
the wrestlers are wearing. The wrestlers wear what you're wearing right now, which is basically like a little underoos type of thing. They're gonna be freaking cold, right?
I'm wearing underoos.
Yeah, that's what you usually wear when I come over.
Yeah, but not right now.
Well, think about that. They got to wrestle in that, and it's gonna be like 40, maybe 35 to 40 degrees.
Oh man. Oh God.
So it's gonna be an interesting one.
Just don't get a purple nurple. That's gonna hurt like crazy.
Why would I get a purple nurple?
Because it would be more painful when it's cold.
How would I get one? You think someone's just
you, them, jerk face.
Oh.
The wrestlers. I mean, is that banned in outdoor?
No, that's kind of. They don't really do any nipple play in wrestling. I don't know. The wrestling that you watch is different than the one that everyone else watches. Right. So I want to talk about this. Last week we talked about this crazy story. We got on this whole rant. About how you. Oh, by the way, I want to bring up. I'm going to wear my StayBallsy stuff to all these shows I'm going to. I'm going to wear the StayBallsy shirts and whatever else I got. So I'm going to try to get that stuff on TV for everybody to see. Anyway, let's put that to bed. So we're talking about this whole thing about you and your prom experiences and all this stuff. People loved it. It was a huge hit. There's a lot of questions that people had about this. And the main one I was getting this right after the show. I was getting a lot of questions about this. They want to know, how did your mother called these girls behind your back and told them to get you to cut your hair. And you didn't know about this. You found out much later on. And you did cut your hair because you thought the girl wanted you to, and all along it was your mother that wanted you to.
For all I know, it was both. It was everyone involved, but do continue.
All parties involved. So people want to know, how did your mother find the phone numbers of these girls, these two poor girls that had to deal with you and your mother? How did they?
Well, obviously, she went into my Garfield diary, which I kept daily. I'm kidding. No, there was honestly, it's really a lame answer. There's a phone book.
I think the school gave out. Yeah, the school gave out everyone's number to each other for some reason. Why did they do this?
Yeah, so it's kind of funny. Like, this was before cell phones were super prevalent. I mean, they were getting there. So, like, you wouldn't need to ask anyone for their number, per se, because you already had them all. Just kind of awkward.
So you could just call anyone.
Yeah.
I do remember that. They gave, like, a sheet. It was, like, maybe a couple sheets of paper that had everyone's in the school's number. Or, like, in your grade, or it wasn't everyone in the school.
No, it was everyone in the school.
It was everyone in the school.
They give you a book with everyone in the school, but there was a...
Does this still go on? People in the chat, does this still happen now? They're saying they do it in elementary school. Someone said that.
They did it for middle, and I think they did it for high. Back in the day.
All right, yeah, everyone's saying no. They don't do this anymore.
Maybe now they're too...
Capital no.
Worried about cyberbullying and stuff.
Well, people are much more like, people start getting their identities taken and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You can find anyone's phone number now anyway, though.
Pretty much.
You don't need that. So your mother called these people up. These girls. And then you cut your hair every time, huh?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you were traumatized after this? I want to try to get the story after with this stuff.
I wasn't traumatized. I was just kind of like, wait, my mom said what now? My mom said what? You mean I didn't... I was mostly ticked off because I could have been like rocking the Hobbit look at prom senior year. That would have been great.
And your hair wasn't really like how it is now. What was it like? Can you explain it?
Yeah, I mean, I've got a slightly poofy picture that's not great, but...
I have a couple of questions for you.
We called it the half fro, because it kind of stuck up like a fro.
Half fro Harrington was his name.
Yeah. Oh gosh, that's middle school. Wait, where is it? My gosh, did I lose my college ID?
All right, well, while you look for that, I want to basically ask you some questions because I'm your psychologist as we found out
not again.
During your dream segment. My question is this, though, because your hair wasn't like it is now. It wasn't very long. It was different. It was a little shaggy. It was a little wild. Maybe that's why they wanted you to cut it. I don't know. But the fact that they made you cut your hair, and then you found out that was because of your mother's doing. And here it is. Show it.
Can't really. I gotta look on Skype. There we go.
Oh, there's a young OJ. Look at that. Wow, I remember that guy.
He's looking at you.
All right.
He's looking into your soul.
So anyway, the fact that you had to cut your hair so many times, and then you found out it was your mother's doing, and I'm sure that's kind of like a traumatic experience. Is that the reason now? Maybe you don't even realize this yourself. Because after all this happened, you started to grow your hair. And then you never cut it again.
College, and my mom couldn't tell me not anymore.
Yes, but is that a direct reaction to the fact that they made you cut your hair? Like you're like now some kind of traumatic thing, where no one can cut your hair, and you will not cut it. Is that what's happening here?
I just figured, well, F that. No one's gonna let me cut my hair. I'm just gonna grow it until I'm tired of it.
What do you think if this never happened, you would still have grown it? That's what I'm asking you. I'm trying to get inside the mind here, because the mind is fragile, John. You know. The line between insanity and genius is like this. It's like nothing. And the mind could snap and break. And I think maybe your mind broke at this moment.
I think that what I would have done was I would have let my hair grow out a lot earlier. And then I would have gotten tired of it a lot sooner.
So you think it does have some kind of direct reaction to this?
I think, well, if I didn't have to cut my hair when I was younger, I probably wouldn't have felt so strong about experimenting with how long I could get it to go when I got older.
Yeah.
Like, there would have been no point. It would be like, I know what I look like with effing long hair, so why bother? I'm tired of cleaning up after the Roomba.
What happens now when you go home? Does your mother, like, go just freak out? Like, oh my God, who do I call? Look at his hair.
No, honestly, it's more like, you're going to lose your hair faster because it's longer.
Why is that?
You're making yourself go bald. Blah, blah, blah.
Well, people say that if you cut your hair too short, then you're going to make yourself go bald because you're not, people, there's all kinds of different. That has nothing to do with baldness, by the way, so that's much crap. I had pretty long. Do you remember when I had, like, long hair?
This was a while ago, man.
Do you remember that? Do you remember this?
Briefly.
I had some good hair going. I had some long hair at one point. There for a little while, then I was like, I'm done with that,
You don't need to look like a crazy person.
Well, I still kind of look pretty stupid. But I have an excuse. I'm on the internet. I'm supposed to look like that. But so I mean, why did your mother want you to cut your hair back then? Was she like walking around the house and she would just like slip, like trip up, and then she'd be like, "Oh, this hair is everywhere." Like, were you shedding the hair all over the place?
No, I think honestly, she just thought that I'd get made fun of if I had my hair long.
Okay.
My parents were concerned that I was going to get made fun of.
You wouldn't get made fun of if your mother called girls and told them to cut your hair. That wouldn't get you made fun of. The fact that you had long hair would get you. All right, so let's see. You went to college now. After all this stuff, you put all this behind you. This fiasco. First day of college. Do you start looking at the girls around the school, or are you like I have to focus on my studies and I don't want to get involved in this type of crazy situation again? Where they're...
Oh, no. Basically what I did was I looked at all the girls and tried to figure out which ones would tell me to cut my hair and avoided them.
Are you serious, or are you just making
No, F that. Are you crazy? No.
Well, tell us the truth.
No, what? You think I was going to go to college and ignore the fact that I went to a school that had 51% women, 49% men?
Did you know that going in?
Yes.
Yes,
I did.
The look on your face is disturbing. So what I'm trying to find a good resolution for what we found out yesterday.
It was kind of awkward too, because
go ahead, whatever you want to say about
I got a scholarship to go to. I'd never heard of the school before, like ever. I never heard of the school I went to.
Yeah.
But I got a scholarship junior year to go to this school. So I'm like, all right, I might as well go visit it. And then when we hit senior year, visiting schools and stuff to choose, I find out that prom date number 1 attends this school.
No, she doesn't. What is that story, dude? You're making all this up.
I'm not.
You're making all of this up.
No.
Everything you told me last week you made up, and this you're making up.
Oh no, she went to the school. So when we went to actually go visit the school and go on tour and stuff. And
she was older than you.
Yeah, 1 year.
And she must have thought you were going there because of her.
Which was completely not true.
She must have said, "Oh my God, he's here because he's still trying to go after me after the terrible prom we had."
No, so what ended up happening was we went there. So I went there. No, she showed me around the school and stuff, where everybody hung out and whatever. But once I actually went to the school, I saw her like twice. Like, I stopped by freshman year on Halloween to be really annoying because I was dressed as Shaggy from Scooby-Doo and handing out lost dog photos.
To get some revenge, you ran in with some eggs, you started throwing them all over the dorm room.
No, but that was it. That was like the only time I ever saw her once I got to the school. So no, I didn't go there for her. Thank you very much.
Was that part of the reason why you went?
Not really. I mean...
Did you ever talk about the hair cutting or no?
No.
All right,
I think she mentioned it once, maybe.
She did mention it. She mentioned it, huh?
I'm trying to remember. I don't think my mom would have volunteered that information, so she probably had to be the one to say it.
She told other people at the school? So, like, let me ask you this. So you're at school, you meet other girls. Do you tell them the story? Do they, like, is the story, like, become a benefit in some way? They go, oh, geez, it's, they kind of feel bad for you, and then they kind of, like, it's like an opening for you, if you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, like the first thing I'm gonna do is say an embarrassing story about myself.
No, I'm just asking you if have you ever told the story to a girl like that you're maybe interested in, like, and then what are their reactions? I'm sure you've told them before.
I don't think I've told it anybody I've been interested in.
Did you tell your current girlfriend about this? Did you ever?
Yeah, on the show last week.
That was when she found out. What did she say about it?
She said it was funny and one of the most entertaining shows.
I thought it was great. All right, yes. So I want to get more out of you out of this. I don't know how far you want to go with this.
What you got? We'll see if I feel like answering.
All right. I want to get into, like, college, and I'm sure there's maybe a couple girls you're interested in? 6, 7, 8 of them? Like, a few, okay? Right? Is that accurate?
There was a number.
Did you start going up to them and saying, introduce yourself and try to maybe get somewhere with any of them? Any of that stuff going on?
It was weird. We were in a big group of friends. So most of the people were either like friends of mine or friends of friends. So, or occasionally people from classes.
So the first thing you did, you weren't really on your own. You started meeting other dudes, and then everyone just kind of became friends, I guess, like a roommate and stuff.
When we got to, basically what ended up happening was freshman year, the floor we were on, there's 4 wings. Our wing was dudes. Then there was girl wing, other dude wing, other girl wing.
Mm-hmm.
And we ended up our social group just ended up befriending one of the girl wings. And then that social network just spread out across floors and buildings. And we basically took over the lounge every night that we possibly could for video games, anime, movies, and just nerding out in general. And people would just come in and say hi.
So you had a group of friends that you basically bonded over your like of stuff, the similar things. So you're in this group now, and then there's maybe like a girl or two within the group that you're like, all right, I'm friends with everybody here. I have a shot with one of them here, something like that going on. Or maybe they were interested in you. What was happening?
People interested in me?
All right, what on?
Nah. I don't know. I mean, what are you trying to figure out? What?
I'm just trying to get some stories out of you. I'm trying to see.
Oh, you're trying to get stories?
Yeah, maybe
there's nothing really.
Maybe you went up to one of them, something happened. Maybe you went out on a date. We're trying to get some kind of stories out of you.
I don't know. I mean, there wasn't anything really super notable.
I think you're not telling us something.
About what?
I don't know. I just sense it.
I'm trying to think of any particularly good, embarrassing OJ plus female stories.
Was there any time there was like a girl that you were interested in, you went up to her and tried to say something and maybe it didn't work out? Or maybe it did work out? Anything like that?
Like me asking people out stories?
Yeah, basically.
I don't know, man. That sort of thing just kind of happened naturally in the progression of like our relationships and stuff in college. Like it just kind of came out of our friendship and stuff. Like it wasn't all of a sudden like, in movies or whatever, where you go up to somebody and say, "Hey, will you go out with me?" It was more like all of a sudden we realized, oh, we're basically going out now. Fancy that.
So is that what happened?
Sort of.
Do you want to talk about any of this?
I don't know. What more you want to... What? I didn't really have any great stories in that regard. I mean, like...
Did you have any successful happenings at the school?
You mean, did I have girlfriends at school?
Yeah.
I dated people at school.
How did it go? See, this is what I want to get. All right, okay. That was going to be a response.
You already know all the interesting stories, and you're just trying to get me to volunteer them.
I'm just trying to see what you want to talk about. People are interested in this. This is your chance to get rid of all this baggage.
There's some stories I can't tell for ruining things for people involved.
People that you still know?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because...
This is... What are you talking about? This is bizarre.
No, some people... There were some situations...
You feel like you're like in the CIA or something.
Some people... There were some situations with some stories that would be bad. Why am I still talking? Oi. I don't think there's too...
There's bad things that happened.
Yeah, there were some bad things that happened. And for the sake of some people I know and mutual acquaintances, I can't get into them. But there were some bad things.
Do you think there'll be a day when you could maybe talk about it in the future?
Maybe it was...
Let me ask you this. Do these stories that you won't tell us, are they on par with the stories you told us last week?
Let me put it this way. I wanted to write a book, a sitcom, or a miniseries about some of these stories because they were that...
All right, well, it seems like you're not into doing this today. Maybe at a future time, I think we should get into some of this stuff because it's good to just get it out there. You carry it around aside. If you could use it in a positive way, it's a bad story for you personally, but if you use it in a positive way to entertain other people, it's suddenly made a positive out of something that's bad. And I think that's a good thing to do.
The only way to tell some of these stories is to say incredibly horrible things about some people. That
not if it's the truth, like this happened. That's not.
Yeah, but it's way more.
It's not putting them down. It's just saying what happened.
Yeah, but also the other problem is if anybody I know hears it, they'll know exactly who I'm talking about and what happened. And if they didn't already know, then they'd know, and that would be bad.
All right. Well, we gotta get out of this. I don't know what's going on right now. Well, we know that there's a gold mine. This is what we found out. We didn't get to the gold today. We found out that it's there, and it's buried beneath us. But maybe someday we'll be able to excavate it. Excavate it? I don't know how to say that.
Excavate would work.
All right. Let's do some comments now.
All right. Let's pretend this conversation never happened.
All right. This never happened.
All right. So just starting from the top then.
Sure thing.
All right, friends. Now that we totally didn't talk about anything for the past X minutes.
Like 20 minutes of nothing.
Deladrian states, I am happy to report that every time I see a new show of yours, a smile pops up on my face.
That is a lovely thing to say, sir. We thank you.
Yeah.
Your comment, every time you leave a comment like this, a smile pops up on my face.
An angel gets its wings.
And another part of my body smiles as well, and it's in its way that it does smile, you know? It's equivalent of a smile. So there you go. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Not Too Nerdy ENT says, saw OJ at PAX East. Lol, dressed up as Dan.
Is that true?
Yeah.
You dressed as Dan?
Yeah, I might have some photos if I get
Why
them off
didn't you tell
camera.
us this last week?
I don't know. It didn't come up.
You had a half hour to talk about PAX.
I don't know. I've dressed up as Dan before. I didn't think that was so exciting.
You didn't think we didn't want to know?
I don't know. I dressed up as Dan.
Did you not want us to know about PAX? It seemed like you didn't want us to know some certain things.
No.
Okay, it's not that?
No.
All right.
I just didn't do anything super interesting. I played board games.
Okay.
I jousted.
I think, people want to know. You dressed up. They're keeping track of this stuff.
All right. So, yeah, I dressed as Dan, and I dressed as Finn from Adventure Time.
Oh, wow.
And then I dressed as Finn from Adventure Time in a tuxedo and ran into The voice actor of the Blue Lady from Mass Effect, who was dressed as the Blue Lady from Mass Effect on her birthday with a birthday hat.
Liara, I think is her name.
Yeah, sounds about right.
You can have sex with her in the game.
Really?
Are you going to play it now?
No, I don't have time.
Okay, let's keep going.
Our next
How come
comment.
this dude didn't go up? He didn't go up to you and say hello?
Yeah, seriously, yeah, not too nerdy, man. If you see me, come say hi. I'm friendly. I don't bite. I mean, what's the worst that could happen is I just annoy you for a while by talking.
There you go, yeah. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's not that bad.
All right.
All right. So our next comment's from 21st century Nostradamus. Nostradamus? Come on now. Let's act like adults, shall we?
I agree. I think we should act like adults. You know?
Yeah.
Why not? It's the way to be.
Mm-hmm. Wow, okay. Okay.
Yes.
Pathos Eater has a big heart.
He does.
Pathos Eater states, God only knows what I'd be without OJ's love.
God only knows what I'd be without you. Da, 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 da. You know that song, The Beach Boys?
Yeah, I know the Beach Boys.
What do you think about
Boys,
what do you think about Pathos saying this?
Aw, that's very kind of him to say, and I wish only the best for Pathos Eater.
I'm glad you said that. Imagine you were like, I don't love him. You would have destroyed his world, apparently.
I wouldn't want to destroy his world.
I hope not. That's a tough thing to rely on another's love. That I don't know what I'm talking about. Like your entire basis of life, your happiness is dependent on another person's thought of you. You know, it's really a difficult thing. I think sometimes that I think it should add to your life, but I don't think that should be your entire thing. I think you need to love yourself as well. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
No. It's one thing to, in life to enjoy the love of another, but if you don't love yourself and really like who you are, I mean, then you've got to change something.
Right.
You shouldn't necessarily live only for and crave only the
love of others.
You have to accept yourself.
Happens to a lot of Hollywood people. It's a great point. Like they just want the attention and they want the love of the people, and they don't get it anymore. That's like, oh, I got turned to drugs and heroin and shit, and the hookers and all that.
I mean, some people just want, they just feel the need to be validated and people to pay attention to them. But the only validation you need is your parking and from yourself.
You have to get to the point in life where everything could dissolve around you, but you'll still be somewhat okay.
Yeah,
it takes a lot of mental strength.
It's tough.
Imagine you lost everything, and how would you be able to continue?
With difficulty.
I don't know. I mean, there's no way to know that unless you, God forbid, you're ever in that situation.
Oof, that would be awful.
Hopefully, no one ever is.
Yeah, seriously, folks.
But you got to be able to survive that if you can.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what we're speaking of right now. Let's keep going.
Okay, don't worry. There's definitely nothing philosophical coming up here. Deladrian with a two for today. OJ, you are too concerned with what was and what will be that you can't live in the present. Man lives neither in the future nor the present. Man lives like he will never die, and then he dies without ever having lived at all. The most important time is now. Today is a gift. Don't waste it. Meditate on these words.
Yeah, it's the dude last week that was telling you not to be so full of yourself. And then this week he gave you some more information here. And I think he's pretty accurate, John.
He's pretty accurate, except for one thing.
Yeah, yes.
Usually, I pretend to be full of myself. And I'm actually...
I don't know about that. He seems like he's got the inside track on you. And he's giving you some wisdom. I think you should...
No, this is perfectly appropriate. This is a problem I have. I'm too effing concerned with freaking out over stuff I've either done or have yet to do.
I don't think so.
What do you mean you don't think so? You don't see me freak out, man. You don't see me lie awake at night trying not to
Why, you do that?
think too hard about stuff I got to do. It's happened in the past.
What is going on with the show? Why is the show becoming this bizarre psychiatric thing? What is happening to us?
Man. I don't know. We got people posting some very deep philosophical comments and responding, and we're treating them with respect and responding to them.
It's supposed to be a comedy show. It's turning into like let's talk about horrible things and try to analyze them as much as we can. What is going on here?
I don't know.
All right, here we go. Let's keep going.
All right. Mr. WWE Scott, who is not Mr. Westcott, as I have called him in the past.
I'm sure he'll be watching Romania this week.
All right. I think John was pretending to be OJ's mom because OJ was getting the girls and John wasn't happy. Wonder if OJ's mom has phoned his current girlfriend up to cut his hair.
Is that true? Did your mom call? There's more questions about this, eh?
You know, I don't think my mom has asked for her phone number yet, but
Maybe your mom learned your lesson.
I think it's possible that at Christmas, I could swear
she said it to her.
Asked like, so what do you think of his hair? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Everybody kind of jokingly made fun of me at the dinner table. My mom, my sister, my girlfriend, my entire family was poking fun at me.
That's because you're swinging around the table and you got it in the gravy. The hair went in the mashed potatoes, the gravy. It went into the stuffing. Come on, man. That's why. Do you think it was me that called instead of your mom that told that was best because I was jealous of you? Is that true?
No, I don't think that it was you because
I don't think I could do an impression of your mother. That'd be pretty weird.
And there's no reason to be jealous of me. Except that I'm
jealous of you all the time.
You don't have to be. You're pretty effing awesome yourself, sir.
I'm alright, but...
Come on, John. You deserve an award. Just one a lot better than this. So.
Jesus.
Okay, moving along. Tanner Dean states, in my town, when you deny the police permission to search a vehicle, they will call the drug dog out to where you're pulled over and false alert the dog to give themselves probable cause to search you. Police are a trip.
Yeah, this goes back to my whole court discussion last week. I was thinking about this more, and what I think they should do on all these traffic violations and all these speeding and all this stuff. You get rid of the fine aspect. You take away all the monetary parts of it, and the way it works is this is how it is now. I think if you get 6 points on your license, you get suspended. John, I believe that's true.
Some number.
And I think that's punishment enough. If you get a ticket and you're guilty of it, you get points on your license. If you get a certain amount of points, your license is taken away. That makes perfect sense to me. That's how it should be. Why is there a fine aspect to it, right? Now, if you're saying there's a fine because the state needs this income, right? If the state that there's a fine because the state needs this money, they seriously need it, and they use it for certain things. They rely on this money. Now that you're basically admitting the whole thing's corrupted, because if you need the money, you're looking to make the money. That's just how things work. If you need money, you're trying to make it because you need it. So it kind of shows how the whole thing works.
Yeah,
and that's what I propose. Take away the fine part, and then they might say, oh well, that's not enough. It's not much of a deterrent. But the point system is it's the same amount of points.
Yeah, I mean, losing your license is
and you lose your license, you can't go to work, you can't do all kinds of things. It's more of a deterrent. So
you're done. Just forget it. You're done. You're done, Johnny.
Right.
When that happens, it's scary, man. I almost lost my license.
Are you serious?
Well, I got a speeding ticket back in college, followed by another speeding ticket when I totally wasn't speeding and I was too scared to fight it. If you get 3 speeding tickets in 3 years in New York, you lose your license.
That's more of a pretty good deterrent.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Deterrent, not the detriment.
In case anyone wonders where I drove like a grandma
Why is the money part of it?
Pay for roads and stuff.
Well, then if you need the money, you're trying to make the money, like I said. Boom.
There you go.
Bada boom.
All right. Well, we've got some comment here from Jumbo Jiven or Jumbo Jiven or Jumbo Jiven.
Got a lot of comments. I was very pleased with the amount of comments we had last week and a lot of good ones as well.
Yeah, seriously. All right, here's what we got.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Rambo. Have you ever thought of adding lyrics to any of the songs from your original music series that you put up over 2 years ago? I personally love the first 2 songs in the series. Also, why don't you use any of those songs for the intro to Smart Guys? I think that would be great. And it could even bring viewers to your channel and they start asking where the song is from.
Well, I'll answer the second question first. I suddenly can't speak. I don't know what's happening. He's saying, why don't you use it for smart guys? You might get more viewers on your channel. The quick answer to that, I don't want more viewers on the channel. I think we have enough. We don't want any more of these people. I try to deter. I'm using that word quite a bit today. We don't want any more people to come on the channel. We have enough. That's why that's not done. Those songs, I actually, it's really cool you like those songs, by the way. I appreciate that. I do have lyrics and everything for those. I have all kinds of things for those songs. Unfortunately, I was never able to find people to make a band, and that was on those songs was actually me playing drums and guitar and bass and everything. And I just never was able to do anything with it because I wasn't able to find people around me that could do that. So that's pretty much what happened. But It's kind of interesting the way technology's going. Like I made those probably 4 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, it's been a while, man.
The way technology is going, like you're gonna be able to have like studio quality stuff in your home. It's already pretty much there now, but like it's still a little expensive. I think you're gonna be able to get to that point, and maybe I'll start doing more music stuff. But I always feel like you got to kind of take and do what you're able to do, and life kind of gives you hints, I think, as to what you kind of should be doing in a way if you kind of look. And I saw what was going on with the videos, and this kind of became my thing, I guess, because it's just kind of where the things took me, And we have John here, and we have people around us that want to make a web series and stuff, and that's kind of like where I'm at. You just got to kind of go with the flow, I guess you say,
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes.
Got to take the opportunities when you have them. So
you do, yeah. You just got to grab it.
That's where we're at now. Maybe things will take us in another direction as we progress in life.
Only time will tell. Only time will tell.
So for some reason with an Indian accent, okay.
It wasn't supposed to be. It was just supposed to be me talking funny.
All right.
We got
somebody just sent me an awesome picture. I'm trying to get it up on my phone so I can show you.
All right. Oh, what about the pictures I sent you last week?
I have them somewhere. I don't know if you can see it. Somebody made this Super Rambo 64. Look at that. I just got that. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. While I'm doing the show, it's from Alex Malai. Just send me that. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Alex.
Let's keep rolling.
All right. Next comment comes from King Blaze Dog.
Yeah.
Words of advice, young Rambosians. Prom is overrated. I went, and it was meh, even dancing with girls. Heck, most people left it early. Not worth the money spent. I thought it would be like how the movies portray prom night. Far from that. Don't feel like you're missing out on anything if you don't. Now, if you are going with a girlfriend and are looking for a special occasion to deflower her, then maybe. I kind of didn't see the end of that paragraph coming.
Kind of took a turn. It took a dark turn there.
Yeah.
If you're going with a certain someone that you admire and you want to trap them in a dark corner of the room, then you may want to go. It's kind of like where it went there.
No, I mean, look, if you want to go to prom, have fun. If you don't go, it's okay. It's not a big deal, whatever. I mean, I had fun personally, but it doesn't mean you have to go.
I think that we talked about last week. I think a lot of people don't like it because they act like this is the thing you have to do. And it's basically just a way for the school to make cash at the end of the day. So.
And to look better than the school down the road.
You don't want to go, you don't have to go.
Simple as that.
There's going to be a lot of opportunities for similar stuff in your life.
Yeah,
besides
like other people's weddings.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing. Fancy clothes, people dancing, and food, except there's alcohol at weddings usually.
Yeah.
And at prom, okay, there's alcohol sometimes too, but it's not supposed to be there.
Whoa. All right, keep going.
All right. JP the Warrior states, John Rambo is the greatest man who ever lived. Take that, Weezer.
That's very accurate. He's a warrior. I respect warriors. I'm a warrior as well. And his initials are JP, which I also appreciate. And maybe some people will know why that is. Let's move on.
PlayRam1 says, the true the proud, the Jamborsians unite. StayBallsy.
StayBallsy?
That's a spoonerism right there.
What is it?
A spoonerism.
What is that?
When you lip letters. Letters.
That's what these Jamborsians do. They're disgusting people. They live in filth and squalor. They smell like pigs doused in urine of the goat. The goat urine on a pig.
Gross.
There's a special place in hell for them. And I will never visit there. But I will look above the hole that leads to hell and laugh. For I am not one of you.
And I will look over and whisper, no.
That's it. I will softly say, no. And be on my way. And be on my way.
I'm afraid that these folks are planning something.
Happy birthday to Anthony, who was on the show last week.
Yeah, man.
He just turned 26 years of age.
Congratulations to you.
Layla, are you here, Layla? Is Layla on tonight?
She was online. There she is.
Send me a instant message on Skype. Because I don't know how to do this.
While John scrolls his mouse wheel rapidly.
Whoa! I'm trying to do things. Am I just doing it for kicks?
Kick do 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 do. Kick do do do. Kick do do do.
Is she there?
I'm entertaining you.
Is she there or not? We're gonna have to have Mark on first then.
Aww.
Alright, I don't know where she is. Mark! Mr. Mark Crown.
Hello?
Hello, guys.
Hello.
Mark.
Hello.
How you doing, buddy?
What's up?
I'm great.
I haven't talked to you in a couple weeks, man. I missed you.
Yes, I missed you too.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Sometimes I'm not sure, Mark, if you really care that much.
I care about everybody in the
that's a great
Rambo
thing to me.
I love everybody in this family.
Mark, I want to come visit you, man.
Yes.
Why don't you come? Why don't you come visit me? I'll take you. Come visit us. I'll take you to the Rangers game. We can go to the Rangers, Islanders, Devils, the whole thing. So we live pretty close to that.
That would be amazing.
You got to do it, man.
Sweet,
I just have to get some money first. That's the little problem.
Well, you can stay at OJ's for free, so we know that's gonna be okay. You just gotta get the plane. Just gotta get the plane ticket.
Yes, that's the only issue.
All right. So what's going on today, sir?
Well, not much. I have been checking the trade all day.
The NHL trades.
Yes, it was the trade deadline at 4 p.m. Right? Eastern
believe
Standard
so,
Time.
yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Well, before we get to that, let me ask you this, because you were on before the season started, and I think you said the Rangers win the Stanley Cup. Did you say that? Was that your prediction?
No, I said that they are the favorite.
Oh, okay. What did you
But
say?
there
Who did you say would
went
win?
my pick for the... Actually, in the beginning of the season, I actually said San Jose Sharks, which I thought they were going to be a team that is their last season to get anything, so they would be incredibly determined to get it, but they weren't at all.
So who do you changing your prediction now? Who do you think's going to win now? The Penguins?
Pittsburgh is the favorite.
See, I'm on the ball, Jay. I know
but
I know the Penguins are good.
Yes, they got with the trades they got great players, so you can't with Crosby and Malkin and Neil beforehand, and now getting Iginla, who left, and Morrow, both who were captains for their teams, so they got a lot of leaders now on their
Mark,
team.
let me ask you a question. It's kind of a controversial question. It might cause some problems in the chat.
Okay, what?
I want to know this. What country produces the best hockey players?
Oh.
At this moment, it's the U.S.
Really?
And Sweden is second because U.S. have working really, really hard on their talents, and they were in the juniors last this winter, and also they have won the Ivan Hlinka, which is for the like 16-year-olds. So they are the best at the moment. Sweden is just under USA, but those two are the best.
Sweden's got a lot of players. Sweden all the time. I watch the games. They got all the guys from Sweden. That guy's from Sweden.
Really?
Yes.
Quite a bit. Yes.
Hockey is and
is that like is that the biggest sport?
Is the biggest sports here in Sweden. So
do you have like is there like a Swedish league for hockey?
Yes, but I don't like it.
Why not? Tell us why.
Whiny players and whiny coaches, and they're all just whiny bitches.
What are they whining about? What do they want?
About everything.
Every little thing.
Tiny little detail from the referee.
Oh, why does this guy have a hockey stick?
Or
I have one. Why does he have one too?
Or decisions.
This helmet's too sweaty.
For instance, now in the lockout, the highest league decided that they wouldn't take in NHL players.
Oh wow, that's pretty rude. Would have made add a lot of players to it.
And the teams that in the Swedish Elite League decided, the ones that did get NHL players was hated on by whiny general manager and coaches. So
what is going on here?
Yes.
Whining. We don't need whining. So what did you think about the trades? What did you think about the trade? I know the Rangers made a trade today. I want to ask you about. They traded Gaborik.
Yes.
How was this trade? How's this going to help me out?
I thought them acquiring Gaborik from Minnesota a couple of years ago wasn't a good deal because he didn't fit into the John Tortorella style. Yeah. So them getting rid of him, ending up in Columbus, and they didn't try and get back the players they traded for Nash, which I find kind of funny. But Brassard have already done tonight 1 goal and 2 assists, so it isn't that bad. And also Ryan Clough, who haven't scored a single goal this year, who was incredibly attracted to by the other teams. I don't know why, but he have scored 2 goals tonight.
Well, there's something.
So the Rangers are winning tonight?
Yes, 5-1 against the Penguins.
So you think the trade makes them better?
Well, right now they look much
beating
more...
the number 1 team in the East Conference. They're beating them.
Yeah.
Something that was surprising to me, I saw this today. I didn't even know this guy was still playing. I remember this guy from years ago. Jaromir Jagr was traded. I was like, this guy's still around. I remember him from when I was like in high school was playing.
Yes, he played in Philly last year.
Okay.
And he did quite great. And also he have been doing great this year also in Dallas. So, Dallas isn't looking to get in the playoff this year. So the Boston, who is going to make it to the playoff, wanted to acquire him. So I think it's a good trade. They wanted Iginla, but they got Jagr instead, who isn't. It's a great player also. So.
Well, Mark, we thank you, sir. That was your hockey roundup with Mark Crown. You can follow Mark Crown the NHL on YouTube.
Yes, I will be doing. I was going to do my Crown the NHL again after a couple weeks of hiatus, but I thought about to wait until tomorrow when all the trades was done. So I will do a probably 40-50 minute video tomorrow about it all. So.
Make it nice and long.
I won't stop talking. That's
Mark, I gotta say, I've been watching more hockey this year than I have been in a long time. I think you kind of got me into it again.
Yes,
it's always fun when you know somebody that's also into the sport, and it's like, okay, you talk to them about it stuff.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, I have tried watching basketball, but also I would like it if the Swedes were doing great. But Jerebko in Detroit have been playing awful this year. And I haven't been able to get the other guy who plays in Bobcats, I think it is.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even know that. They're Swedish players in the NBA. I had no idea.
Noah in the Bulls is also half Swedish, but he can't even speak Swedish, so I don't really count him.
He's a fake Swede.
Well, he can say like 1 word, so he's more French than anything. He also plays for the French national team.
Mark, you gotta come down over here and hang out a little bit, all right?
Yes.
All right, dude. We'll talk to you soon. Take us out. Say something good.
I don't really... I'm running out of words to say. It's fucking amazing as usual to be on this amazing show, and I will kidnap OJ someday.
Whoa!
Thank you very much.
All right, dude. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
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 Did you hear that? Did you hear what he said?
Yes.
What do you think about that? Hey, man, if you get kidnapped, Sweden's not a bad place to be taken, I don't think.
I guess not, but still.
You know?
I don't want to be kidnapped, even if it does.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Hey guys!
What's going on?
Not much. I'm waiting for you guys to call me. Thank goodness.
I'm always screwing up and not doing the right thing. That's what we're going to talk about today. That's what we wanted to have you on.
I'm pretty used to you apologizing to me.
Yeah, I always have to apologize. So, This is why we're having Layla on, John. I don't think you know this. Somehow we were having a Twitter discussion with a few of us, and somehow it came to my attention that I'm constantly spelling Layla's name wrong. She makes a lot of the artwork for the show. I'm sure you've seen it. You like it.
Yeah.
And she makes a ton of artwork, all kinds of stuff. And in the description, I write everyone's name that made the art. And I think one week I forgot to put her name completely. And she said, "You forgot to put my name." And I go, "Oh, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah." And then she goes, "By the way, you always spell my name wrong." And then I go, "No, I don't. What are you talking about?" So then she sends me an email with proof, pictures, that she circled it and showed everything that I do wrong.
Yep.
So what have I...
Must have been a long email.
Yeah, it was pretty... Well, she even goes, "There's more than this, but this is enough to prove my point."
Yeah, I didn't have time to go through every single video. And it's pretty much the same error over and over again, so...
What am I doing wrong? Tell everyone. Tell me so I learn.
I think you're copying and pasting my name wrong. I think you're accidentally backspacing it or something. I don't know, but... I don't know where Layla Alvar came from. I'm curious how that came.
Did I ever do it correctly?
Yeah.
Did I ever do it correctly ever?
Yes.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Very few times. So I give you credit for that, but I don't know what happened after Layla Alvar. It just kind of went downhill from there.
It's a lot of... People don't realize there's a lot to go through all the photos, pick the photos, and then you write the names, and then I got to type them out. I put them in the description. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's pretty late, too, because you have to edit it.
I do it all after this, and then I got to get up tomorrow. It's a lot.
Exactly.
There's a lot of pressure, Layla. It's a lot of pressure on me.
It's okay. I'm not mad at you.
I'm only a man. I am a man. I mean, I'm very attractive.
There's only so much you can do.
I'm very powerful, but I'm just a man.
You're human, I know.
The name Layla is a great name, by the way. I'm gonna prove your name.
Thank you.
Have you heard the song Layla, the Eric Clapton song?
Oh yes, I've gotten that since I was a little kid. Everyone always said, "Have you heard the song?" I'm like, "Yes."
Do you like it or you hate it? Because everyone says that.
It's actually my ringtone. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a rather sedate ringtone.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like... I'd be like, I just saunter over to the phone every time I heard it, like...
Yeah, it's a great song.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to spell your name correctly, because I want you to keep sending us stuff. I don't want you to be like, "I'm not going to do this anymore."
Oh, no, of course. I haven't had the time, so I apologize if I haven't been submitting as much art as I used to.
Well, that's okay. As I tell everyone that submits art, we thank you, but you will be paid nothing. I always tell everyone that gives us art.
That.
So, yeah, so I mean, it's okay if you decide not to do it for a little while. It's perfectly fine. So.
All right. I hope you guys liked the last art I submitted, the anime one, or the animation one.
Yeah, I used it. I always use them.
Oh, good.
So what else is going on, Layla?
I wanted to mention...
Yes.
I'm sorry for interrupting you. My Ojaculation artwork, it's always used on every episode, so I figured, shouldn't I be credited on every episode?
I guess I could do that. I didn't know if you wanted me to do that. That's why.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I gotta make sure I get your name correct. This is gonna be really bad if I do it wrong again. I'm copying off the Skype that I'm looking at right now.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
I should get it correctly.
Haven't we learned that copying is bad, John?
Yeah.
Yes.
Shortcuts, man. I can't take shortcuts in life.
No.
What's going on in Florida? Anything good?
Anything good? No, just the heat. Nothing but heat.
That's good. It's freezing. It's freezing here still. So.
Oh yeah.
We're trying to get to your temperature.
I'm not trying to get you a temperature F that sauce. Let it stay cold.
John's an Eskimo or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he's in a whole other world.
He's an OJ world. It's frozen, barren wasteland. Everything's dead.
Frozen, concentrated orange juice.
All right, Layla, we made a deal. This is how I'm going to repent for my sins. What I'm going to do is put you in every show because we use that Ojaculation thing.
Oh,
going
wonderful.
Forward,
I appreciate that.
spell your name correctly. That's coming to repent and beg for forgiveness. So
sounds
that was
good.
gonna
Thank you.
All right. We'll talk to you soon, right?
All right. One more thing.
Yes, go ahead.
My buddy Liam, he's been on the show before.
Yes, we know Liam.
He wanted me to ask you guys, do you like Scooby-Doo?
Do we like Scooby-Doo? Of course we like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
I dressed as Shaggy for Halloween freshman year of college.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
When he says Scooby-Doo, is he really talking about something else? Like, is that code?
I'm not sure. He's in the chat right now.
Is that like a code word for like a drug or something?
It could be.
If he's talking about the cartoon from the 1970s, yes, I do enjoy the show.
I don't know.
Oh, that
very
was great.
about it.
Yeah, hung out with the Harlem Globetrotters, man.
Batman and Robin.
What?
All kinds of things. All right, Layla, we're getting out of here. We'll talk to you later.
All right, good night.
All right, thanks for coming on. Bye-bye.
The cartoon.
All right, man, that's going to do it.
Okay.
I had a good time. Got into some topics, and
I'll give you a topic.
there was enough awkward moments to make this satisfying to me.
Yeah, seriously.
We're going to have to lay off on OJ for a while now, I think. I'm trying to get into your head too much.
Because I'm crazy.
Hey, you know, like I always tell you, you got to look at things. You look at things in a certain way now. Because no matter what happens to you in life, it's content for this. It's so
I fell down the stairs.
There's always yeah. There you go. There's always a positive spin on anything that could happen. You know.
That's a good, nice way of thinking about
It's a
it.
beautiful thing, and the people make it possible.
Plastics make it possible. Plastic people make it possible.
That's why we try to please the people.
Please the plastic people making it possible?
I don't know if we have pleased the people in 2013 so far. We haven't really done many videos that are outside of the show, but it's going to change because my greatest work is coming. Greatest thing I ever did with myself is coming, and OJ maybe thinks the same thing about it.
It will be amazing.
And we got a little bit more to go on it, but it's been taking longer than I ever thought it would have.
Yeah, seriously. Oh my goodness me.
But I think that's because it's quality, and quality takes some time, and I think it rivals anything that people have put out.
I honestly, I just want to watch it myself so badly. Like the whole thing in a row. Just sit there.
So as we close out tonight, I just want to thank everybody for sticking with us. And we're going to make it up to you soon. Thanks for being there.
Seriously.
They're always there. They're always there.
Thanks for holding on.
You know, and I'm here for you. If you ever need something, let me know. We'll talk.
I'll be there for you.
Wow. So for are you going to say anything before I get out of here, or you're done?
I'm good.
All right, so for OJ, this is John signing off. Thank you for being a part of JohnRamboPresents, the very effing best in free and optional entertainment. Look at that hairline. Healthy hairline on this man.
Hardly.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Yeah. I can't...